Hey all, welcome to Hawkeye Skunk Works. Let's talk about Grand Tour. So, Grand Tour. Boy, how am I going to keep this video short without literally talking for an hour straight about all this? I'll just assume that you know a little bit about the Grand Tour if you clicked on this video to watch it. So, quick rundown. Grand Tour is the new version of the old British Top Gear, in the sense that it's the people from the show. Jeremy Clarkson, James May, Richard Hammond. And if you're a car person and you've never watched the original Top Gear, the British Top Gear, not the American one, do yourself a favor, get on Netflix, get on Amazon, watch a whole season. Just pick a season and watch the whole season. If you don't watch a whole season, you're probably not going to get it. A lot of it literally is lost in translation. You know, they're going to use some slang terms that you're not used to. You're not going to understand everything they say just because it's going to take a while for your brain to, grasp the accent. And, it's going to take a season to understand their dynamic and, what the show is all about. It's not just a car show. It's a show about these three guys that love cars and they do crazy stuff. And, yeah, a lot of it is scripted, a lot of it's not. Some of it's fake, some of it's not, but they never really let you know. Anyway, you like cars, watch Top Gear. So, if you followed along with anything that happened over the last couple years, Jeremy Clarkson, who is an obnoxious, loudmouth, opinionated, he'd be an American if he wasn't British. He got let go. His friends followed him. The main producer of the show followed them. They signed with Amazon, and they're basically doing the same thing that they were doing before. Why am I making this video? I was a huge Top Gear fan. That's an understatement. Ask my wife. Literally for about 2 years straight, that's all I watched was Top Gear and reruns of Top Gear. I could quote it. It was a little pathetic. But, tastes like freedom. So, I was disappointed when they left Top Gear, but I knew they would go somewhere else. I figured, they'd go to Google, they'd do their own thing, they would go to Netflix, Amazon, and obviously they ended on Amazon. So, today is Monday, December 5th. 3 episodes of the Grand Tour have been out. So why has it taken me 3 weeks to make this video? I'll tell you. The first episode came out right before the week of Thanksgiving, so I was busy, I was traveling, and I could have watched it, but I didn't. My excuse was, I want to make a video where I'm going to tape myself watching it, and my reactions and stuff. And it turned into, I was legitimately nervous to watch it. It's like you're going to meet up with a friend that you haven't seen in a long time that you're really excited to see, but you're nervous, like, what if you don't get along like you used to? What if they're different? What if you're different? And it just turned into one of those things where I didn't want it to be different than the old Top Gear because I loved it just the way it was, honestly. So I sat down and I binge watched all 3 episodes, and it's awesome. I'm still in love with it, and that's weird. That's kind of creepy to say that I'm in love with it. Sorry, babe. Anyway, the beginning was kind of weird, but if you'd followed any of the controversy of the end of their reign on Top Gear, it made sense, and it was cute, And sorry if you're getting some background noise now. The furnace just kicked on, but so that rolled around, and they did this kind of cheesy introduction, and you're wondering, is it going to be like this every episode? What's going on? And they got into their what you can expect over the next 12 episodes, and I was grinning ear to ear during that segment. It was them in their full glory, and it was everything that I wanted it to be, and it was fantastic. So check it out. yeah, there's a couple things that I wasn't, I don't want to spoil a bunch, but they have some shtick where they're going to have celebrities on, but then the celebrities die, and that 3 episodes of that in a row was kind of old. The second episode, they're going through this obstacle course, so to speak, and it gets a little repetitive, but it's still funny. And they're still, they're trying to find their way, figure out what they're doing with the show and finding their way again, I guess. And I think legitimately they're probably targeting at a bigger audience, even though, correct me if I'm wrong, I think they're probably they are Top Gear. When they were on Top Gear, it was the largest reaching television show in the history of television ever. So they've got a lot to live up to, even more so now since they're not on BBC. Amazon's, global. And yeah, I thought I'd just put this down on video and encourage you guys to check it out. Encourage you to watch the old Top Gears. It's great. It's hilarious. If you like cars, just watch it, and like I said, give it a full season's worth. And yeah, so what's coming next on Skunkworks? Well, I'm going to do another couple videos on the rest of the mods that are done to the Explorer. I'm working on one right now. It mounts on the roof. I'm not going to do full build video on that because I don't know, you guys don't want to watch me do that kind of stuff. You're more interested in the product afterwards, and if you have questions, ask them. I'm going to do a episode on the full specs and build of my AR, because if you are a gun person, you will have noticed that it's not just an off-the-shelf AR in the videos so far. And I'm going to do a full video on my custom Glock 17. And yeah, it's going to slow down. Still haven't shot a deer. It's a break right now between the 2 bow seasons. I pick up in a couple weeks on that. Hopefully put some meat in the freezer. And with that all said, I'm going to wrap up the video. Thank you for checking us out. If you haven't already, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate that. Leave any comments or questions down below. Feel free to contact me, HawkeyeSkunkWorks@gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook under Hawkeye Skunkworks. We've got a group and a page there for some different content. Twitter @HawkeyeSkunkW or hashtag HawkeyeSkunkWorks anywhere. And again, also on Instagram now, Hawkeye Skunkworks. Thanks a lot. Have a great night.